Hey guys, it's me Sam and I'm back with the first of two requests that came from Mama Fletch. She's asked me to do a couple of ghost stories. For those of you that don't know, I do like a bit of a ghost story. I am completely bonkers about ghosts. So it is with great pleasure that I'm going to be doing these for Mama Fletch. And as you might be able to tell from the title, first ghost story I'm going to be talking about is the ghosts of Bamburgh Castle. In Northumberland, England, high on a massive rock, stands the awesome site of Bamburgh Castle, overlooking the Farne Islands. It is the ideal spot for a fortress, and the castle site is believed to have once been a prehistoric settlement. However, the first reference to a castle on this site was in AD 547, but the castle we see today was begun by Robert, Earl of Northumberland, in the 11th century. He, however, was foolish enough to start a quarrel with King William II, who in 1095, in revenge, besieged the castle and captured the earl. With that, it became royal property, and over the centuries, additions were added. This did not stop it from being constantly targeted by the Scots, and it was also the very first English castle to be defeated by artillery during the War of the Roses in 1464. Although the castle was royal property, it was governed by the Forster family for 400 years, and after the War of the Roses, the castle was finally granted to the family, who remained here until 1700, when Sir William Forster died bankrupt. The castle was sold to the Bishop of Durham, and during the 18th and 19th centuries, various owners undertook restoration of the castle. However, it is down to the wealthy Victorian industrialist William Armstrong that we have to thank for the castle that we see today. Today, Bamberg is one of the finest castles in England, and it is still owned by the Armstrong family, who have opened it to the public. There are numerous ghost stories connected to Bamberg, and I'm going to begin with its oldest, the Lady in Pink. At some point in Bamberg's very long history, there was a Northumbrian princess whose father completely disapproved of the boy that she had fallen in love with. To distance them, her father sent the boy overseas for 7 years and forbade the couple to contact each other. By doing this, he hoped that his daughter's passion for this boy would die, but instead she became more and more depressed as the years passed by. In an attempt to persuade his daughter to give up her love, he told her that spies had discovered that her love had married somebody else. Now, he must have known that this was going to completely gut his daughter. So, in a sad attempt to try and cheer her up after giving her this bad news, he presented a beautiful pink dress that he had specially made for her. The distraught girl donned this gown before climbing the stairway to the highest battlements and threw herself to her death to the rocks below. Shortly after her death, her lover returned home, unmarried, and was left totally heartbroken by the news of her death. Every 7 years, the mournful princess wanders through the corridors of the oldest section of the castle before gliding down the rocky path that leads to the beach. There she stands, gazing out to sea, waiting for the return of her lost love. Another historical female ghost connected to this castle is that of Green Jane. Visitors have been known to report seeing a young woman in a green cloak and carrying a bundle in her arms descend the steep stairs from a small postern gate north of the clock tower. As she descends, she stumbles and cries out, falling down the narrow stairway. From above, the sound of heartless laughter can be heard, and upon rushing to her aid, she and the bundle have completely vanished. It is said that this is the ghost of Jane, a local girl who was sent here by her family to beg for food, after being abused and turned away by the guards. Jane, in tears, stumbled and fell to her death, along with the baby she was carrying. Jane is now referred to as Green Jane, due to the striking colour of her cloak. Many visitors have reported sensing something in the air, or the feeling of being touched. Others have seen and heard furniture being moved around. Visitors have also reported seeing misty shapes and dark shadows around the stairs and library. Many people have also heard a piano being played when there was no one near the keyboard. An armoured-clad knight has been seen and heard stomping about the castle and wandering around the grounds, sometimes rattling his chains. Another male ghost that has been seen here is believed to be that of Dr. John Sharp, a village curate in the 18th century. He was a kind and intelligent man, and he was responsible for restoration of the castle in the 18th century. He restored the crew room, which used to be the medieval castle's kitchens, and it eventually became a school. Today it is now used as a museum room. Dr. Sharp was also responsible for setting up Britain's first lifeboat station due to the high number of shipwrecks along the northeastern coastline. Witnesses have reported seeing a misty apparition in the gallery area, and he has been identified as Dr. Sharp by comparing it to a picture of him in the museum. People have also reported being touched by cold hands in the gallery area, and it is said that Dr. Sharp loved this castle so much that he never wants to leave it. The last ghost here is connected to when the castle was used as a convalescing hospital for injured soldiers during World War II. In the tapestry passage, the ghost of a young soldier has been seen at the bottom of the stairs. It is believed that he committed suicide by shooting himself after hearing that his girlfriend had died. Cold spots have been felt in this area, and a cold hand has been felt by visitors trying to hold their hands. And it is there where I shall conclude the Ghosts of Bamburgh Castle. I do hope you've enjoyed listening to these wonderful ghost stories. I have to admit I've never visited this place, but if I ever got the opportunity to do so, I so would. Oh yes, definitely. Thank you so much for watching. Until I see you again, goodbye.